Tonight, Mexia City leaders of the Gibbs Memorial Library held a joint emergency meeting to update the public on the devastating fire under investigation for arson that destroyed half the building and books. As Dennis Turner shows us, a lot of people in Mexia depend on the library, a place that some call the busiest spot in town.
Kristen Green goes to the Mexia Library every 2 weeks and checks out as many books as librarians allow, all to read to her son, Dallas. But last Saturday morning brought a shock.
Sirens, we heard them at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't know what it was. And when my husband got up for work at 6 a.m., he came back and he said, "I have some devastating news. I think that the library is on fire."
Firefighters managed to save the west wing of the Gibbs Memorial Library, but they lost the east wing as fire burned through the roof. A preliminary investigation points to arson. Important historical and genealogy documents escaped the fire, but about half the books did not.
Motion carries.
So Thursday night, the Mexia City Council and the Gibbs Memorial Library Board met in joint session to get things moving. Whatever Mexia lost to the fire, these people aim to see restored.
I feel confident that we're going to come back with a facility as good, if not better, than the one we had.
The building has insurance on it worth $1.4 million, and the contents insured for $69,000. Repair estimates to reopen the library run between $500,000 and $750,000. In the meantime, businessman Hughes Dillard has donated the former Dixie Furniture Store for use as a temporary library.
That's really the spirit of our community. We have a loss, and we've had our share over the years, and each time people have stepped up.
That's a cargo train.
Something that makes the Green family grateful.
And that's what we were so worried about, is we weren't going to have a place to be able to go and get the books and to read and enjoy books.
She hopes to soon browse for books in the new temporary library, happy to live in a place where reading and learning matter. In Mexia, Dennis Turner, 25 News.
Well, right now, Mexia has no timetable on when it might have the temporary library open, but tonight's meeting was meant to show that the project would get the fast track. And I can tell you, in the summertime, that's where I lived. I rode my bicycle down the street and I stayed at the library all day reading books. So it was more than just a library for the city of Mexia. So I know that we will rebuild. There is a benefit concert happening on Saturday. Diamondback is going to play in Mexia. So will the weather be okay for that?
It will. It'll be a little hot out there and probably no threat of rain, but we actually have a little bit of rain on the radar tonight, and it's just to the east of Waco right now on our First Alert 25 radar in Limestone County, Eastern Falls County. The rest of us are pretty quiet out there, so let's zoom on in. Groesbeck, you've seen showers around, especially on the southwest side of town. Thornton, Casa, you've seen some rain. It's moving over toward Mart and Riesel as this works its way slowly to the west. There's one little shower starting to develop on the east side of town of Waco and over the lake as well. So as this little disturbance continues back this way, don't be surprised. We could have a rumble of thunder, or we could see some locally heavy rain here or there. Will only last for a brief amount of time, though, as this will quickly be moving off to the west. And there's a little shower down here south of Thorndale as well, moving back to the west. As we take a look at our Extraco Eagle Eye from the 25 News studio looking off to the east, not a lot of lightning right now, but there was some earlier out there, and temperatures have been pretty warm today. Look at Amarillo. They were only 70 degrees. That front is stalled to the north. It'll be close to us tomorrow, though, and with that, we will have the potential for maybe some slightly cooler weather and a little more rainfall. We'll talk about that coming up.
Matt, thank you. Back to the news now. A judge in Laredo denied bond reduction for the former Border Patrol agent accused of killing 4 people. Juan David Ortiz is accused of killing Melissa Ramirez, Claudine Luera, Janelle Ortiz, and Griselda Cantu. He pleaded not guilty to 4 counts of murder and 1 of assault, although prosecutors say he confessed to crimes back in January. Ortiz is deemed as Laredo's first serial killer. Former Dallas Congressman Pete Sessions was in Waco today to make a big announcement. Joel Lopez was at the Republican Party headquarters to hear what he had to say. Joel?
Lindsay, former Congressman Sessions made it official today as he announced his candidacy for Texas's 17th district seat, replacing Representative Bill Flores. Pete Sessions is now in the running for Texas's 17th district seat.
What a delight it is to be before you today.
A seat held by Congressman Flores for nearly a decade. But after Sessions lost his re-election last year in Dallas, and Flores announcing his retirement last month.
This is hard work. This is serious work.
The opportunity too good not to take. Today, Sessions took to the podium expressing his stance on the Republican Party and the issues he wants to address in the district, stretching from Waco to Bryan College Station.
And I will continue to involve myself on the issues to make sure that health care, veterans issues, and people as they need help are properly and quickly taken care of.
Among those issues, the growth, but also the displacement concerns in lower income areas.
What is important is that we become what Waco wants Waco to be.
Another that's announced they're running, Republican candidate Trent Sutton.
Look forward to seeing him on the campaign trail.
Democratic candidate Rick Kennedy is also in the running.
The Republican chair and the Democratic chair should be able to visit with each other, talk about policy.
A candidate members of the Republican Party say,
yeah, I think we're definitely ready.
The election is just over a year away.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
And both sides say they're ready for the hurdles.
We have to make sure that progress, everybody's included.
The election for the House of Representatives takes place November 3rd, 2020, and early voting kicks off Monday, October 21st. Lindsay?
Joel, thank you. If you'd like to vote early, we put a list of dates and times on our KXXV website. Despite emergency heart surgery